Today on Derek Does, we're doing this. Hi, welcome to Derek Does. I'm Derek. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, comment, check out all my other cool videos. But today, I'm going to be showing you a cool jacket. This is a World War II N-4 jacket from the U.S. Navy. Now, this is the Navy's version of the M41, which was what the Army had. It's very, very similar. They look almost identical to the naked eye until you actually start looking, and you'll see a lot of differences between the two. Now, the Navy came up with this, I think, in '44, and it lasted all the way up until the 50s, while the U.S. Army had the M41, and then it was later replaced by the M43 in 1943. So the Navy decided to have this sort of jacket. This wouldn't be for sailors on the ship as much. This would be for if you're on shore. This is the type of jacket you would have for navies that are on the shore along the beach. So they just need a jacket. It's not really waterproof or anything along that nature, like, you know, any of the other deck jackets and things like that. But this is the World War II version. This is an original. I've had this a couple years now. I think I got it in a set, or I found this at a thrift store. I can't remember exactly. But I'm going to show you all the details of this. This one's actually has a guy's name on it, and you'll see, well, when you'll see all the details, you'll see this. So the main difference is, and I'll do that once I put this on the hanger so you can see all the close-ups of everything, but I'm going to show you this is the N4. Again, I can't say deck jacket is because it's not, and it's kind of a field jacket, but they're not really in the field, they're more on the shore than anything like that. So what I'll do is I'll put it on and I'll show you. It's a little small for me. I could go one size up, but it's not bad. So if you like a tighter jacket, again, I don't have the tag on it anymore, and you'll see that to see the close-ups of all that stuff, and you can see what size this actually is. It's either a 38 or a 40. I think it's a 40. I could probably go with a 42, but let's put this on and I'll show you how it looks. So here you can see it's a little short in the sleeves for me, but again, I have long arms. So if you're curious, I can't really give you the size of this particular one. I'm about 5'10", 5'5", 5'10 and a half in that range, about 155, and about a 42 chest in that range. So I'm kind of a mix between a medium and a large is my size. And then you can open this up. This is the N4. So here's the jacket. As you can see, it's a darker color than the M41. It's a darker green. It's almost olive drab, but it's not quite. It has the USN logo on it, and you can see it's not even a great stamping or whatever of the logo. It's a little jagged on the side, but that's just how they were. It's just very similar. You have close up on that for you. A nice Talon zipper on it. I know these came with different Talon zippers, or different zippers. I think Comar was also on one of those, but this is an original. You can see the jacket itself really hasn't been worn that much. There's like the sleeves, you know, aren't shredded. Usually these jackets, guys would get them and they would just wear them for decades after the war, and the sleeves would be totally shredded and everything. But you do have buttons, just like the M41, so it's a zippered plus buttons, 2 hand warmer pockets, and as you can see, they are wool lined, which is nice. The jacket is a cotton poplin on the outside and then a wool on the inside. And the wool actually goes, which is nice, all the way, even though the sleeves have this, I don't even know what this is. I guess it's a poplin maybe, or it's a little bit smoother feeling just on the armpit so you can get your arms in and out. The actual sleeves themselves are wool, as you can see right there. Now this one, KL Roth, this was his jacket, as you can see, and he put his name on the inside. The tag would have been here, and that would have been a U.S. Navy tag, but unfortunately the tag is gone to see the size and the contract to get exactly who made it and that sort of thing. Now on the back, You can see it is belted, but that's it. The main differences to look for, and you can see that the condition of this is really, really nice. It's got, it's got a little bit here and there, but again, this is a, what, 80-year-old jacket? It's not too bad. Even the collar is nice. It's not totally destroyed. But it has a very similar collar, similar like the M43 later, and then they got kind of rid of this fold-over type of collar like this. But the main things to look for that are different from the M41 is you notice there's no adjusters on the sleeve. An M41 will have adjusters on the sleeve. They will also have adjusters here in the waist. Now, I've read that the N-4 actually is a slightly slimmer fitting jacket than the M41. So if that's something you want a slightly slimmer, you might want to go with this than M41. There is no bi-swing in the back. I mean, there's a little bit here, I guess, just on the sleeve. I wouldn't call that much of a bi-swing. That's ½ inch maybe. And there's no epaulets on this. The Navy decided they don't need that. That's just extra cost that they don't need, and not everyone needs those or uses those, so there's really no point in them. So it saves a little bit, and you can probably get 100 jackets out of 1,000 extra just by not wasting the material on that. No inside pockets on these. But just nice, this one's in really nice shape. I might look this guy up. I don't know who that is. So if I do, I'll put it right here. If I don't find it, I won't. If you want to go through the history books and find out whose jacket this was, K.L. Roth, you can put that down in the description, and I will definitely let that be posted. Now you can see the construction of the liner is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces plus the sleeves. So it's not just a solid piece, it's actually tailored to have that slimmer fit instead of just going straight down, which is kind of nice. It's a nice feature. It's a nice jacket. I like it a lot, actually. I wish the sleeves were just a smidgen smaller or larger. It'd be a little more useful, but I still can wear this though. And it's a cool jacket. Plus you have the cool USN on that. I always like the Navy stuff always puts USN just to let you know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode on the U.S. Navy World War II N-4 deck jacket, field jacket, whatever you want to call it. Hope you learned a little bit about this, what to look for when you're out in the wild and you find a jacket that looks like this and you're trying to decide, is this an M41 or is this an N4? Now you know what to look for, and also what to look for original as opposed to a reproduction, although the reproductions are really good. And there's a lot of them out there. So if you like this jacket, you like the style of it, and you want something that's not quite an M41, if that's too everyday for you, and you want to go with something even less seen, and this would be the N4 deck jacket. Hope you enjoyed this. Check out my other cool videos. I also check out the video on the M41, and please subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff. Have any questions or comments, put them in the bottom down there, and I'll try to answer them as fast as I can. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you on the next Derek Does. Thanks for watching.